after a month of the upgrade, so after a month of being on premium, for example, this listing will go back to standard and then it will continue renewing as standard. So remember that listings don't go offline on their own. If you want to remove the listing, you will have to unpublish it yourself. And then finally, after I post the listing online, I'll be able to see the quality score right here and all its details. So for this listing, I scored 82% and I can check what is the missing parts there. So as we said, the title should be from 30 to 50, the description should be from 750 to 2000. The number of photos on the listing should be an average of 10 photos, and I can put up to 30 photos per listing. None of them should be duplicated, so they are diverse, and their size ratio is 4:3. Or as we said, they are taken in a landscape format, or the minimum pixels are 800 for the width and 600 for the height. So 800 multiplies by 600 in pixels. And our price is real price, so it matches the market average right there. The location is accurate and it's very specific on the building name, the street name, or the project name. And finally, that part that says additional fields refers to the availability date of the unit. So I have to specify when it's going to be available or when that lead can take this unit, the start date of it. So let's start by creating a listing. So I'll click here on the plus sign and I'll just need to fill in all the details, like choosing the type of the unit, whether it's residential or commercial, for rent or for sale. Then right here, I'll have all the specifications that I can put on the listing, and those that are marked with a small star are mandatory to fill out, and the others I can leave them empty. Like the title deed, for example, I don't have to put that. So for the property type, I can put the apartment or villa or anything else. And then I'll put its size in square feet, the number of bedrooms, and the number of bathrooms. If it comes with parking spaces, I can put it. If it's furnished or not, I can put it as well. The built-up area and the layout type. Then these are the rental prices. So if I'm renting this unit annually, so I can put the annual amount for it. If it's also available for monthly rents, then I can put the amount for the monthly rent right here. Let's see, let's say 35. And then if I'm going to rent it weekly or daily, I can also put the prices right here. Then I can choose the default one, and the default one will be the price that will show on the listing. If the client or the home seeker didn't put any filter at all, then he's going to see this one by default. And if he looked for monthly rent, then he can see this price I put right here. Then I have here the number of checks. If I want to put it as well, I can do it. If not, I can just leave it empty. The service charges, if there's any, and the financial status that includes mortgage and cash. Then on the description here, I have the title, 30 to 50, and the description from 750 to 2000. And I can put the title and description in English and in Arabic as well, but it's mandatory in English. Then right here, I can choose all the amenities that comes with the unit. Like for example, it comes with shared gym, security, kitchen appliances, balcony, and so on. And then I can click on save. Then on the right-hand side, I'll have some information that also I need to fill out. So this part, it will be automatically available after I post the listing online. That's when I'll be able to verify my listing or check the quality score. Then right here, I can put a reference number for this listing if I want to. And if I left it empty, a generic one will be put right here by expert. And this is the assigned user. So Jihad, you were asking me how to assign the listing to myself. And then right here, I can choose the user that this listing will show for example, like that. So if I click publish for this listing, then my name will be right there along with all of my contact information as well. Right here is the owner. I can put the owner information and add an owner from this bottom right here. If I want to save it with my listing, but the owner's details will not be shown to home seekers. It will only be shown to you as a user on Expert. And if other users can see each other owners, and that will be from the access given by the admin, then it will be shown to them as well. Then right here, I have the availability of the unit. Remember the available date that is crucial for the quality score. So if I didn't put any date, it will affect my quality score. The quality will be decreased on the part that says additional fields, if you remember. So let's say that this unit will be available from next month. Then right here, I'll have to put the property permit if I'm going to post it online in Dubai. If not, if it's in any other emirate, then I don't need this part. And if I'm going to post it in Dubai, then I'll put here either the RERA or the DTCM. And I can get that permit number from DLD on Trakhisi. And then I can click on validate, and then it will be validated within seconds. The final parts that are left is to add the photos and the location. So I can either switch the pages from up here, or I can go to the next step from here, and it will take me to media. DTCM is a type of permit for short term units. So short-term rentals can have the DTCM, but for sales unit, I can put the RERA. So it's a type of permit along with the RERA. Thank you. So to the media, remember that the size ratio should be 4:3, and I'll need to put an average of 10 photos on my listing. So I can click here on this camera sign, and then I can choose all of the photos that I want to attach to this property. They will be loaded, and then I'll have the first one that says default. This will be the cover photo of the listing, and if I want to reorder those, I can do it through the click and drag, like that. If any photo that I need to delete, I just need to select it, go to options, and then delete image or delete everything. Scrolling down a bit, I can see right here that I can put the 360 photo link there if I want to. And if I have a video on YouTube, I can also put its link right there on video tour URL. Finally is the location. So for the location, I can put right here the building name, the tower name, or the project name. Not this one. I wanted the building. Okay, let's say that it's the Twin Tower. Then I can put the unit number there and the floor plan as well right here if I have them. If not, that's fine. I'm all done. I can go ahead and publish the listing right away by clicking on publish right here, or even save it as a draft. And then I can go back again, edit the listing, and post it online whenever I'm ready. Okay, but let's discuss those other tabs right here, like the publishing. So for the publishing, if I have other portals connected with Expert, I can choose which portal this listing will go online on. So if I have a specific website, or I have another website that I'm subscribed with, and I link them to Expert, then I can see them right here. So if I want this listing to only be online on Propertyfinder, I can turn off the other portals. Right here is the notes. I can type any notes that I want, and those notes will not be visible on your listing, so it will only be shown to you and those users who can view your listings. Then I have here documents if I want to attach any documents, and then calls. If I have the call tracking, I can assign this call to the property itself from leads menu. and then transaction if I have closed any deal on this property, and I'll see them as well in transactions. So I'm all done, but before I hit the publish button, please let me know if you have any questions so far. If no question, then let's hit publish. If you remember, it will go automatically on standard, and then I can go back and boost it to premium or featured. It will tell me right here how many credits will be deducted. Then I'll click on confirm. Then the listing will be published. I can see right here the quality score. It's 67. So if I clicked on this small arrow, I can see why. So the title is short. It should be from 30 to 50. The description as well is short. It needs to be from 750 to 2000. The number of photos is less than what's required. So as we said, 10 average photos. And if my unit is having like less number of rooms, then 6 is fine. That's why it's telling you 6 photos is needed. So for a 2-bedroom apartment, I can add 6 photos. That will be fine. None of them are duplicated, so good. One of the photos are not a 4:3 sized photo, and the images are diverse. The price is correct. The location is correct and accurate, and the additional fields as well, they are added. And remember, additional fields are the availability date. That's for the quality score. Then if I want to upgrade my listing to premium or featured, I can click here on upgrade, and then I can choose premium or I can choose featured, and I have the 2 durations that we discussed, either a month or 15 days, and also I have the auto renew. Remember, if I kept it checked as this one right here, it means that every 15 days it will deduct this amount of credits. So I'll just remove it, and then after 15 days, it will go back to standard. Then I have here the spotlight and also the verification. So let's check first the verification. So I'll go back again to the help center right here, and then I'll type in verification. And I'll go for all types, listing verification. So for the verification, if I clicked on verify now, it will let me know if there's anything that's missing on my listing and I need to complete it. So the reason why this one is dimmed like that, it's because I have a very, very low quality score. I need to complete those parts for me to be able to verify my listing. So I should have all of those checked and all of them are in green. Then if I clicked on verify now, it will let me know what are the required documents. So let's check the documents right here. So it's the authorization for the ownership document and the owner's ID. Those are the main 3 documents required for verification. If I scroll down a bit, I can see the required documents for each emirate, like for Dubai, DIFC, and Abu Dhabi. So mainly those are the documents required for verifying a property or a listing in Abu Dhabi. So the NOC, the SPA, and the unit and the owner's ID. NOC or an SPA or title deed and the owner's ID. Those are the main 3 documents. If I'm posting the listing in any other emirates are not eligible for verification. It's only Dubai, DIFC, and Abu Dhabi. And I can also have this guide right here that I can click on it and check what are the specifically required documents for verification. So any other emirate, it isn't eligible for verification. But for example, let's take Dubai. So I'm going to post an apartment that is ready secondary in Dubai mainland for sale. Then those are the required documents. If it's in Abu Dhabi, an apartment, anywhere, ready secondary for sale, then those are the main documents required. Any questions so far? Yes. They are going to be the same. The same documents will be required if the property is owned by the company. You can also check further if any specific question or anything that isn't covered there in the required documents and you need to know more about it. So you can click on the messaging button right here and you can chat with one of our support team and you can ask them if any question you need and it's not covered in those articles. Any question? Yeah, we'll go through that. Sorry, Salman. I'll go through it, don't worry. Okay, if no other questions on verification, let's take Spotlight and then I'll discuss the super agent. Sorry. Okay, so for this the Spotlight first, let's check the criteria required for it. So as we said, the Spotlight is for premium listings. So of course, one of the mandatory criteria is that my listing is on premium. And of course, it's an online listing. So, and also it should be a fresh one. So it's not older than 60 days. And it has a high quality score that should be at least 90%. This is the minimum required quality score. I don't have the ask for price enabled. So it means that the price of the unit isn't hidden and home seekers can see it and can see the price of the unit. I should also have enough credits to cover the campaign duration, which is 7 days for the Spotlight. So how does it work? If my listing is eligible, I'll see the boost button put on the listing, like this one. And if I clicked on it, it will let me know what is the minimum amount required or the minimum offer that I can put. So I will put my offer and I can win it if it's suitable. So this is the minimum required. So I either put 43 or top it up, maybe say 45. And then I'll click on submit and the submission window is between 5:30 to 5:30 the next day. So for example, if I applied for a Spotlight today, then I'll get the answer tomorrow at 5:30. And then the duration of the campaign is 7 days and cannot be withdrawn. So this is how I apply for Spotlight. And if you remember, Spotlight is one of the top 3 positions in the premium listings, and they will show first on the listing. Any question on Spotlight? Because next we will go to Super Agent. Okay, no question. Let's go to Super Agent. If you remember, Super Agent is a status or a tag that you can get, and it will help you have a higher exposure on your listings. So you will have also a priority into showing first. So the super agents have a high quality score and their listings as well are accurate. So the first criteria right here is that your profile must be verified. So you should be a verified agent and you have a high quality score on all of your listing of an average of 85% at least. You have at least 5 online listings. None of those listings are reported for having incorrect information or being online when it's actually sold or rented or have inaccurate price or anything. So it's completely correct and accurate. Your response rate to the calls, WhatsApps, and emails that you receive is 80%. So you respond to 80% of those requests you get from the lead. Then you have the WhatsApp average response time because this is what we can measure, and it should be less than 2 hours. So each message you respond within 2 hours. And you should have at least generated 10 leads, and all of those criterias, they will be tracked on your account for 60 days. So you can be or the evaluation for the super agent is done every 60 days on the first of the month. The last criteria needed for the super agent is the transactions. And transactions is that you say that you have sold or rented this unit, and then you provide documents to verify that this unit is actually sold or rented by you. And you will need to submit at least one transaction every 90 days to be eligible for the super agent. So for example, if I'm a new agent right here and I'm going to build up my account and my profile, then I'll be evaluated for the super agent on the next 60 days. So during those 60 days, I'll take care of my numbers and everything. I'll also need at least one transaction for me to be able to get the super agent status. So, for example, I've been a super agent for a longer period of time, and I got the super agent, but the last transaction was maybe 2 months ago, and my next evaluation is after a month from now. So I'm fine. I can get the super agent status because I'm only required to submit a transaction in the past 90 days. I'll show you how you can claim a transaction, but before that, do you have any question? Please type it down in the chat. Yep, I'll show you how to do that. Any other question before we move to how we can claim a transaction and then upload the form or the proof of transaction? The transaction you mean, JB? Oh, customer ratings. Okay. So customer ratings is that when you respond to their WhatsApp, to the clients or the home seekers WhatsApp, they can rate your answers to them or how you handle the conversation from 1 to 5 stars. And let's check it, agent rating. So this is how it will show. If they clicked on your profile, they can see how many stars you have. And the ratings will only show in case of two things. So if you are an agent and you are not a super agent, it will only show if you have a specific rate. Let me get it. Okay, yeah, here it is. So if you are an agent and you're not a super agent, if you got a 3.8 or above, it will be shown. But if it's less than that, then the stars won't be shown on your account. If you are a super agent, then you have to score at least, I can't remember how much exactly, and I don't want to tell you any wrong information. So let's try to check it. So I guess it was 4.2. Not sure though. They can rate you on your conversation with them on WhatsApp. So if you enter them on WhatsApp after you end the conversation, they will be asked how was this agent, and then they will need to rate you from 1 to 5 and leave a comment if they want to. So this is how they rate you. Thank you for bringing that question. Any other question before we move on and see how we can claim a transaction? Okay, if no question at all, then we are back again on properties. I'll see here all of the listings that I have posted, like this one, for example, and it's a sale unit. So if it's sold and I need to claim a transaction on it, then I can right click on the listing. Sorry, it's me. I'll right click on it, and then I have here claim transaction. So if I claimed or clicked on claim transaction, I'll need to provide a proof of the transaction like the MOU and the proof of ownership as well. So this is the proof of transaction, like the MOU or any other one depending on the emirate. And I'll upload it right here. And the proof of ownership as well, and the transaction date and value. And that's it. After that, I'll need to click on submit. But I have two options for this listing. It's either I take it offline or I leave it online. So in case of I left it online, so I didn't turn this toggle on. So it's an online listing with a claimed transaction on it. In that case, it will have an under offer tag put on the listing to notify home seekers that this unit may not be available, and you can contact the agent to check other available units that he has or similar units that he might have, and so on. So that's for the claim transaction. I'll put the proof of transaction, and I'll either keep my listing online with an under offer tag, or I can turn this toggle on, and after submitting the claim, the unit will go offline, and that's how I can get a claimed transaction towards my account so I can be eligible for the super agent. Any questions so far? Okay. If no question, I'm glad to tell you that we are done with the hard part. Okay, thank you, Mohammed. Okay, what if I don't want to claim a transaction or anything and I just need to get this listing offline? So I also right click on it and then I can click on unpublish, then this listing will go offline. I can preview it and see how it looks like on the Propertyfinder's website. I can change the assigned user. That was a question for Jihad. I can click on it and change the assigned user if I want to, or even click on the listing itself and change it from there. I can delete the listing if I want to as well. And it means that it will be deleted permanently and I won't be able to get it back. One final part is that if I need to increase my quality score because it's very low, for example, I can also click on the listing and edit the photos or the title or the description. Those will be done at any time that the listing is online on. However, I have to be careful with my edits because there are some parts that if I edited them, I may be deducted or I may get my credits deducted extra for this unit, and the system will just regard this unit as a new one and it will deduct credits from all over again. So as we said, you can edit the title, description, and photos, but you cannot edit the price of the unit or changing the location or changing the number of bedrooms or bathrooms or the size or changing it from rent to sale or from residential to commercial. So I have to pay a very good attention while creating my listing and make sure that the info I'm putting is correct, because those specific info, those core information of the unit itself, if I edited them after posting the listing online, I will be spending extra credits. Okay, some put the ads, no verify, no premium, first to page. Okay. For that question, some companies they put their listings without verification, without premium, and they always show on the first or the second page. So that can happen according to two things. First, if the client applied a filter and those verified premium listings are not having the same criteria that that's in the filter, then those listings will not be shown. If not, if no filters at all, then maybe they have a higher quality score than those other listings that are put there. But the verification gets a priority into showing first. So this may be the reason. However, if none of those reasons that I have just said are applied to what you saw, then you can take a screenshot showing everything on the listing itself, and you can discuss it with your account manager, and also to explore other methods that you can do in order to get a higher exposure on your listings. Did I answer your question? Okay. Then next, after editing the listing, or if I want to edit the listing, I can click on it and then edit those fields that I just discussed, like the title, description, and photos. The other thing that I can see also related to Muhammad's question is that I have here stats. If you see it, you can click on it. You can click on stats, and then you can see the impressions done on your listing, like how many times this